So guys, I know you've heard the stories. Sadly, it's happening, and the worst part, it's not about even public hospitals. Like you've heard, Grace was in a private hospital, Perpetual was in a mission hospital, and I have friends who've been in public hospitals, even here in Nairobi County and in other counties as well, and the situation is the same. In fact, the friend who brought this issue to my attention had visited a friend at the Coast General Hospital, and that was the same thing that she witnessed. You know, the friend had lost a baby, and she was just there in the same mood with mothers who had their kids. And I remember even my sister sharing, she delivered at St. Mary's like 1.5 years ago, St. Mary's Hospital in Langata, and they had this girl who lost the baby and she was in the same ward. And I remember my sister saying she couldn't even stay calm in bed. She was just on and off. She would go, I think, around toward the hospital maybe, and just come back when it was time for meals or time to sleep. So guys, this is a sad situation, and we appeal to the Ministry of Health and all the relevant stakeholders. We hope that something can be done to reverse this, because it's very... Let's hear from Grace. Let's also get to hear your experience, whether it was similar to what Kami experienced or yours was different.
So for me, it's actually more or less the same as Muhammad. In 2016, me and my husband were living in Limbo. So in September, on 11, 2 a.m., I was in labor. And being a first-time mom, they normally say it takes more hours for you to be in labor. So I was saying, it's 2 a.m., so I can wait. So I just took my husband up and I was like, babe, you know what, it's time. And he was like, do you want us to go right now? I was like, let's just wait. Okay, fine. Let's wait at least for, let it get to 6 a.m. so I can come home. So we actually waited, and I was actually going to somehow. So we went to hospital, and we checked, so that I was at centimeters, and I got admitted. So yeah, I got admitted, and it was, I'm laboring here and there, on and off, on and off. Then,
You said it was at how many weeks?
39 weeks plus. I was actually almost getting to 40. Yeah. So I got admitted, they checked the heartbeat, it was there, it was okay. So as I was laboring during the day, they actually checked the heartbeat the minute I arrived in hospital. Then after that, I was laboring and they weren't checking the heartbeat. It's a private hospital. So yeah, being a first time mom, I don't know, they're supposed to check the heartbeat after how long. So we checked once, and I was like, okay, the baby is fine and great, so baby will come out anytime soon. So me, nearly low. So anyway, we got to around 12, and one of the nurses, I told them, by the way, you guys are in so much pain. How do you go about it from here? So they were like, just wait, you're at 8 centimeters, you just wait until what centimeter, 10 centimeters. So I waited until around 2 a.m. I was actually not induced at all. So up until this point, I'm laboring. They're not checking the heartbeat. I'm tired.
How many hours ago?
Now from 2 a.m. to 1.
Wow, that's like 10 good hours.
And I was admitted at 4 centimeters.
Wow.
At around 12, I was at 8. So I waited until 2 p.m. or something. Yeah, so finally I was taken in. I was checked. Then they were like, the baby is here. We can see the head. Just push. I'm a first time mom. I don't know how these things
go. Yeah, I know. Exactly. But what's that thing about them just telling you push,
yes.
push, you're not pushing, push?
Yeah. And I don't even have the contractions up until this point. No contractions at all. I was not induced, and I'm able to push. So anyway, the head is here. Now you have to push. So one of those medics came to my tummy and pressed my tummy. So it's like me, I didn't have so much strength, so by then I was tired. Yeah. So one of them came, pressed forward, and this other one is like pulling the pain out of the head. So anyway, finally the baby came out, but the baby didn't cry. Then they said, they actually looked like they were worried, all of them, so they started asking if they were. And I was taking the pipes, I don't know what else. So I got confused up until this point of like,
What's happening?
What is happening?
I
Yeah.
was so confused. And then my husband was outside. So my hubby came in, so they going to that. So they started putting those pipes. Kind of, I don't know who.
The pediatrician.
Yeah, exactly. Because the doctor apparently was not around. So the nurses were the ones in charge of me. So anyway, baby came out, the doctor came in, it was too late, he came like after 45 minutes. At that point, that's when they put the oxygen. 45 minutes. So after an hour, so I was taken back to my bed, the normal ward now, where the rest of the moms are. So I went back, I lay down there.
So at this point, you know your baby is gone?
No. So they didn't even tell me. When I left the delivery room, they were like, now that you've removed the placenta. Actually, they removed the placenta way later. Because you see, they forgot about me and they were attending to the baby, which I hear it happens. I don't know. It was the first pregnancy, I was just there lying like a, So I was taken back to my bed. So I told my hubby, please just go and check out if the baby is crying now, how is he now. So my hubby went, he asked, and the nurses were like, okay, now just give us time, still try. So my hubby came back and told me, he says, I still trying, they get back to us. So I just told my hubby, I think I have a feeling we need to transfer this kid to another hospital. Because in the first place, they don't have the facilities, not in a bad way, the doctor's not around. So can we just do something really fast? Let's just go to benefits into a public hospital or something. So by the time I'm about to finish whatever I'm telling my husband, he goes back and he comes back with the sad news. So now, we started asking my husband,
So how did he break the information?
oh God, it was so sad. I was lying on the bed. He just came in, drew the curtains, and he was like, babe, you know, the baby is normal. That's the exact words he used. Babe, you know what? The baby is normal. I couldn't talk. I couldn't cry. I was in shock. It was really bad. So we started asking the hospital, what happened? If the baby didn't cry, really you guys didn't have your oxygen in place for you to fix all this. And so it was just a lot of crazy. It was fast. Yeah, it was really bad.
You know, the sad part is that you carried that pregnancy to term, a whole 9 months without any complication, only to lose that baby on the delivery table. So how was it like for you now? You're in that ward. How many more women were in that ward with you?
We were like 12 days.
So it was a big.
Yeah. We were like 12 days. So it was really tough. I was actually in labor with a certain girl who was like, you guys, I'm not laboring anymore. Just take me for serious.
I know it reaches that point. I also experienced that where you're
So
like,
she was like,
you're
this
done.
30 minutes, what has happened to this one? I don't want.
Oh,
That's why she
no,
refused.
after.
Yeah, she was like, no, I don't want. So she was looking for stairs, the baby came. I started feeling so bad. It is not good, so I started crying. The baby is crying. I'm crying with the baby. It's not crying. It's not now. It was really, really tough. It was really tough. As in, especially being in the same room.
traumatizing. Because you know, there's also that feeling like, you know, there are also women who have not had the pleasure of conceiving, and you can imagine how they feel when there's a sick kid. Now picture this situation where you've just lost your baby right there in that place where you went to, you know, get that child. So I can imagine the mental anguish. It's very depressing. How long were you in hospital, in that particular hospital?
Actually, one night, because I didn't use by way to sleep in that hospital because I didn't even want my husband to go away from me. It was like, I need to go back home, sleep and rest. I was like, no, I was crying like a small baby. I'm like, no, I don't. Because now up until this point, I'm like, I haven't told you. Maybe it's in that room somewhere. Lying left for us, no. So
Did you ask to go and sleep?
I went and saw the baby, but now
It
actually
made it worse.
yes. And I couldn't even like hold it. I refused. I could not. Because I could not believe it. Yes, yes.
So you demanded to be discharged.
Yeah.
Right
So
away.
I actually wasn't discharged. What happened? They said you have to sleep here. You need to observe. You need to take painkillers, and I don't know what was bleeding and all that. So yeah, I eventually had to. I spent that, and the following day in the morning we had to leave. So the burial.
So at some point, did any of you or the people around you raise that concern with the hospital? Like, why are you putting her here in this environment? Did it concern, or it's that situation where people are used to this culture, this is how it happens, that it takes another radical person to just observe? Because I think that's the pattern and people are accustomed to it.
Like it's okay. It's
Yeah,
an
this,
okay
this
thing.
is the norm. About postpartum depression, I mean, it's a real thing. It's affecting moms. We've seen moms who even kill their kids. So it's just, I've never understood how it happens, but they say it's a scams, you know. So at one point, did you guys ever go through that following your situations?
I go first. I think for my case, I had such an awesome support system, like I said before. So I think there was no room for this depression, the PPD. And I also, I think I was being strong for my son.
Yeah.
That's another thing, because now, maybe I couldn't cry. Maybe I had to be strong for this boy, because now it hit him so hard. And now the only thing left out was for me to just be strong and make the whole thing look like si amenda God atatupatia mwingine na at least si niko na wewe baba.
Yeah. So through communicating to him and encouraging him, you are encouraging yourself.
Exactly. And then one thing we also forget is that people focus more on the mothers. They forget about the siblings, the husband.
Especially the husband.
Exactly.
Unsung hero.
It's a process. I'm still in the healing process, and I think I'm doing okay. It's hard. Sometimes I lock myself in my bedroom and I pour everything on the bed. Was what and I actually have photos. I match like a shirt and a short, and I put it on the bed, and a sweater. These are suit, and I take a photo. I think she has helped me heal, but it's there. PPD is there, and it's for real. Mothers are suffering out there, and not until the society realizes that this is something that is there, and we know how to support these mothers. I think their mothers. We've even lost mothers out of depression.
True.
Yeah.
You lost your son, you've gone for the burial. How did you pick yourself together?
Mine was tough. I won't lie, it was tough. It was the hardest moment in my life. Especially the minute I stepped into our home, it was bad. Because I'd actually painted.
Especially you were a new mom.
Exactly.
So this meant so much to you.
Exactly. It's
New couple,
Yes. Now, actually, when we were doing the burial, when we were burying now the kid, I was like, God, really? At this age, I'm burying my own kid. It was so painful. Then we finished, we went back home. I painted his room blue and green. So I go in and I'm like, wow, okay, now who's gonna come here? The clothes were all over, the toys had arranged everything, the bed. Mine was just bad. It actually got to a point and I told my husband, you know what, we need to repaint this place. I don't want to see anything. I don't want to see the bed. Can we just give it away? Can we give away the clothes? So actually my sister-in-law was like, no, don't give them away. There's hope. You get another child, just wait. So I'm in the house, I'm with my hubby for a week. Actually he stayed with me for a week at home, then he resumed work. So me, I was still in the house, I'm there, I'm cooking. I got two friends who used to come and stay with me in April now. Christine and May, I applaud you, thank you very much. They used to come and cook for me. They used to come and we watch movie together. It was really nice. After some time when they leave, I don't eat. So I start getting those. I used to get anxiety a lot. Especially when I'm in the house a lot. My husband is not there. I start feeling faint. My heart is beating fast. I'm like, God, what is happening to me? Because I think for it to happen, for that to happen, as I'm now getting those anxiety moments for me, it's because I could like remember what happened. I did grieve.
Yeah.
So ikafika mahali and I was like, no, I have to go to hospital. I go to see and given meds. They're like, you're having anxiety attacks. You're not sick. You're not sick. So yeah, I started praying. I would wait for my husband to leave the house. I've done so well. I'm strong and I'm okay. So the minute he leaves, I will lock the door, go to our bedroom, lock myself in and cry. And cry and cry and cry for more than 2 hours. As if, I don't know, depression is for me. It's not a joke.
So how you, and did you ever like seek for professional counseling? How long did it take you to just, or what did you even do to get out of that dark place? To put yourself together and say, now, that's enough.
Well, for me, I would say it's surrounding myself with people who've gone through that. That's number one. And also praying. This really helps a lot. Like, my family really stood by me. My mother-in-law really stood by me. My sisters and brother, they were there with me. My husband. So they really prayed with me. They really walked with me. You know, and when you pray, I used to pray and ask God, why?
Why even give me the child in the first
Why?
place?
Exactly. Why? What is happening to me? You know. Then you go to a point I started healing automatically. Through prayers, through fasting, I started healing slowly. Then after some time, I started asking him, so what next do you want me to do? So tell me, do you want me to conceive now? No, I'm working. What do you want to do? And I left it at that.
So, I know this one will sound very weird. When you conceived your second born now, was it planned or
Well,
you had just let it go,
Yeah,
as
I
in
was
God, make it happen at your time?
yes. Actually, that's what I did. I was like, I'm not doing it because the doctor was like, you have to wait for 3 months. I was like, I'm not waiting for 3 months. I told God, I'm not taking it for
You're not waiting for 3 months too?
The doctor had told me, for you to conceive again, you have to heal fast. Take family planning for 3 months so you don't conceive. And I was like, you know, it's not, I'm not taking. And I just told God, you know what, I'm baby. If you want to bless me again, please do. Because I believe for you, if you put that baby there, you wouldn't want such to happen to me again. Oh yeah, so we're here by His grace and by His love. Yes, yes.
That's encouraging.
I know,
Wow,
it
guys.
is.
You know, Katie Nyaga, the friend that highlighted the story and brought the story to my attention, you know, some of these things, we know that, I think we do not really realize that they're there. Because I remember for me, I'm also a mom, but I have not experienced this. I have not even been in the same labor ward with someone who's lost the baby. And so sometimes you might not realize these things are there. So when she told me, I remember even that thread, people were like, oh, I've never thought about this.
That's why we have a voice.
You know, exactly. So I'm so happy that you guys have shared, and maybe you can tell us just quickly, what do you think can be done differently? And maybe before you tell us, I want to give it up to Kenyatta National Hospital. I personally went there 2 weeks ago to see how they handle mothers in such situations, because it was one of those facilities where some mothers have experienced the same thing Grace and Perpetual have experienced. But the day I went there 2 weeks ago, I saw a different Kenyatta. In fact, I remember I went there and I went to the office and I told them, I'm a journalist, I followed the official way, but they told me to write an email and then they will get back to me. But now, being me, investigative senior manager, I went incognito and I talked to the nurses just like a concerned patient. And I remember there's this medic, I don't know if he was a doctor or a nurse, I just found him at a desk, and I asked him out of curiosity how they handle such women, and the guy told me they have a separate room for them, and they even accord them professional counselors who talk to them, plus their husbands, because as Perpetual said, we forget that they're part of the team. It's not just about the mom, it's about the rest of the guys surrounding her. And They even showed me a room where there were 3 ladies who had lost their kids. So I give it up for Kenyatta, and I hope all the other hospitals can follow suit. So what do you guys think can be done differently in the hospitals?
Okay, for my case, I did not receive any support, like any psychosocial support from the hospital. I was not taken through any counseling. I actually booked for my review. I was not given a discharge summary. Actually, when we got home, that's when we realized there was supposed to be a discharge summary. When a medic friend asked them, well, let me just see your discharge summary. I didn't have one. So I think I got a raw deal from the hospital, especially support-wise. They did not support me. And it's so sad because I'm just imagining a mother who is out there without the support that I got, because myself, I got the support from my husband, from my family, you know.
Yeah.
It was overwhelming. I'm imagining a mother out there without the family support. You have no support from the hospital, and even the religious lead.
For me, briefly, I'll just say, number one, always have your facilities in place. And the doctors also, it's also nice to just be there, because the patient is there. Where are you going?
Yeah.
The patient is there, so you have to be there for your patient.
Probably in his other private clinic. But there was
Exactly.
that thing with
I
doctors.
know.
You're hired in this hospital and then you're running another cassette hustle in another
Lazima
clinic.
uitwe kuja mbio.
Yeah.
So there's that, and also counseling is very important. It should actually be free for those people who undergo suicide. If it happened in your hospital, ensure this person is advised nicely and walked through, like, I don't know, just walk with them.
So I want to call upon the government, I mean, the religious leaders, the hospitals. I mean, you just don't, this is a tragedy that is shrouded in silence. I mean, you just don't rubbish a mother. You've lost your baby, sawa, bye mama,
Utapata
chukua
mwingine.
karai,
Usizani ni mtoto tu. In
unapatiwa
fact, that's
karai.
what they say.
Imagine.
Ni mtoto tu, usizani
Utapata-
utapata mwingine.
Hello,
Yeah.
utapata mwingine na umebeba 9 months. Nani anabeba mtoto for 9 months alafu unataka tu uende you lose out of negligence kwanza. That is wrong. So hospitals, man, wake up. We don't want quack medics in our...
Thank you so much, guys. As always, we are Team Voicing. We want to pass special appreciation to the management of IB Stars.
Yes.
I mean, don't you guys just...
Don't you love our
Don't you love our
views?
set?
Yes.
And our view?
I know.